Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. So on the right side, as the red Germans, we have Kaleli. And what type of skin is this? I'm not familiar with that skin. It makes me wonder if that's like a Habsburg wife or Austrian wife. Either way, I spawn as north side as the blue French. We have Martiskainen, butchered that name, well enough to fit on somebody's plate. Be served along with some of the meese. That's clearly the proper way to pronounce the plural form of moose, right? We got, of course, a trading post deployed on the field by the French. The Germans 9 trading post. We have the House of Vaza, give you access to some rural arquebusiers, winged hussars, and some torps. To be fair, if you think about these torps, that's a little bit expensive, honestly, but does give you... Yeah, that's pretty expensive. But it is one way to improve your villager count without getting a secondary town center in this age. And the other natives, we got the House of Oldenburg, give you another villager variant, a rural hunter, which are... I found out as well, I never really looked into these guys, but these are actually a counter skirmisher, even though it reads it right there. So they will, I think they do get affected by counter infantry rifling. Counter skirmishers, they don't get bonus damage against heavy infantry with counter infantry rifling. They actually get bonus damage against light infantry with counter infantry rifling. Not sure if that'll make a difference. Of course, a deck selected. We got the nice, not safe for work, fast fortress. Why is it called naked? Is it because it's a she? I don't know. Hashtag free Ulons. If not free, your shipment's more expensive because of it. It's a hidden cost. Just read the fine print. And the one, a fast fortress water. Only 2 cards here. We do have the Aachen regime. So you could access the Bourbons. That's how you pronounce it poorly. And of course, we do also have the fur trade, which is more of a, what's it called? A treaty card, but it can be quite nice. After all, if you're trying to do some sort of like fast fortress age up, you could collect up enough food. Let's see, if I remember correctly, get what, additional 50% return on food? All your food for gold or coin. So in theory, if you get, what, 600 food? No. Close to the 650 food, 700 food. Then you can click on that and you get enough coin for your fast fortress. So it can be useful for our fast fortress. But it's also one way you can get that going before getting the large shipment of coin. So it may not be super great, honestly, in comparison to those 2 cards, but does mean you also can get that going. Not only is instant, it also get it going before you age on up. But he has researched the advanced market card, so I have... Is there... Never really looked into how well you can trade for market in order to make it... Can the advanced market card make markets trading actually effective? I don't know. I never really looked into that. If anybody's watching the live stream right now, let me know if you want me to take a quick look at market trade values in Age of Empires 3. Is there ever a point where it becomes actually profitable? Because after all, you can convert food into gold at a pretty decent conversion rate with the Lombards. Got hunting doggos there, pile of villagers queued on up. French player has aged on up. We do over here have the quartermaster. What's the other cards here? It looks like aggressive age 3, aggressive age 4. Not really like a multiplier, so it looks like Skirm Goon with Cuirassier support. Excuse me. More villagers being shipped on in, going for the steel traps.
Votre ordre?
French, and French Explorer is going to build it there. Cancel the Red's trading post. Looks like Red was slightly at pop cap, nothing too significant at the moment. Both players, of course, have a fast fortress style build. Of course, got 2 trading posts for blue. We got a pair of Uhlans now deployed on the field. French villagers are actually roughly similar to regular villagers when it comes to melee combat, because they have no melee resist. So Uhlans are equally as effective versus French villagers versus standard villagers. You do not get the very fine coat. His French villagers don't need a coat in this weather. They have this leather stuff.
Aufgabe.
And got enough coin to age up for the German. The French. Okay, he is going straight food into the fur trade. I have no idea. It's now probably a good time to do that. Is he going to try to sell off all the food for coin? With the advanced market? I have no idea what the French is doing. Let's get the French player selected. He is getting hit hard by these couriers, or not couriers, Uhlans. Couriers do have decent guns. They could do some stutter step. One does go down. And the Townsend of Fire is putting some big holes into that horseman. We got the age up here. Exile Prince, that must be the fast age up one, because I only looked away for a brief moment. He is now going for the fur trade. Doesn't have a saloon there. Let's see, how's the profitability? If I remember correctly, it does plus 50% trade value in coin. This will potentially give him 1,500 coin effective boost, plus food does get collected up faster than coin, so it is a good conversion right there. A one-form conversion of food to gold is still a good conversion. After all, you do collect up from mines at 0.6. Right now, these guys are collecting up at, granted, there's a French variant, it's 1.35. Okay, turns to 3,000 coin. Wait a second. Did he queue up a bunch of villagers to stockpile food, gets converted, and then cancel it? I wasn't paying attention, but I think he did that. Huh, that's a good way to do that. Queue up a pile of villagers, which the French can do that as a way to bank the food, cancel them. That's interesting. I like that. We got now around another Uhlans point of view. Fast industrial, so much for the fast fortress. It is, of course, a fast industrial. He wants to get a big age-up advantage. He knows the French player's build is slow. We got now 2 stables there to provide some French stability. After all, the French tend to revolt. He's going for dragoons, and even more dragoons. French villager does go down. In theory, you can have a queue of 12 units. So you can potentially store up 2,400 food in the queue. That's considered storing for this instance purposes. We do now have 10 dragoons, or 15 dragoons, roughly being pulled at the same time. The age up still happening. He has the Order of Vaza selected. He brings them the torps. They make it torched. Against dragoons, skirmishers will be effective. The barracks will be useful. Plus pikemen. 26 always useful against horses. Now he's gonna pull the torps at the gold. There's gold in the hills.
Here's my set.
This one's not being built. It's a torp trap. Here comes the dragoons. It's a good volley there. Body blocks up one, set the wagon. They need to get the militia. Okay, there's a path there. There's a path there. He found the path. Does find a villager there. The red is losing villagers. Got a single skirmisher, as well as a handful of militia. Got a very large number of dragoons. He did have a big spikes economy. Had a shipment of winged hussars. Yeah, Polish winged hussars. Also, since Vaza was a Royal Guard, the champion, so that does combo well from natives. So he gets the winged hussars shipment, as well as their Royal Guard to set to active. I believe that is the guard. Oh, Royal Guard. Yeah, that makes sense. So we'll also set in the guard variant, so that also combos quite well. He has the Vaza selected. You can bring in the Royal Arquebus, which is a skirmisher. Speaking of skirmishers, the German skirmishers take some hits. Got some falcon as well for the French. The thing as well, winged hussars, they're heavy cav, right? So they will get countered by these dragoons, even if they are an aged up variant. Being an age 4 variant rather than age 3 variant. And winged hussars, it's been a while since I've last seen them. They are, I believe they are classified as a lancer. They are native, hand cav, heavy cav. They do have a massive charge damage to attack with siege and AoE. So they will get countered by the dragoons. Their charge attack actually does less damage to artillery. So in other words, that's regular damage, looks like. Falcon has to go down. He did lose the barracks. And there's a torp there. Providing a decent amount of income. Effectively close to half a villager at this point in time. Still got a severe amount of dragoons. He needs to get those Royal Arquebuses. Not going for the Royal Arquebus, a bit of oversight. They are Royal Guard variant. And a skirmisher unit is exactly what it needs. Heavy cannons gets a good volley into the dragoons. That's actually a really bad deployment, but they didn't get a good volley there. Crassier advance way forward. And the Crassier takes some damage. They had to slow down attack speed. I wonder if they were in some sort of attack mode. Dragoons now engaged in melee. Alright, he's almost out of coin here. He's actually about running low on food. Now he's bringing this. No, not horse artillery. He needs the ×8 skirmisher or the Jaegers. Him going for the artillery against horses is not a good idea. Red is making a lot of critically bad decisions. He does not have enough coin for the Jaegers, so it's not a possibility, but I still believe the ×8 skirmisher will pay him, do him a lot better than 3 horse artillery. Horse artillery they don't have the same damage effect against cavalry. You have now Shimmer coin being brought in for the French. He has decent amount of wood stockpiled up, but not pulling out anything at the moment. You could eye for some more trade posts. And the lack of Royal Arquebus still causes some issues. Does take out some of these dragoons. And so skirmishers are causing bigger issues. Does take out one of the horse artillery. Horse artillery, they're okay, but skirmishers just be generally better. After all, if you look here, they do have what? 200% multiplier against light cavalry. Yeah, and their higher attack speed will make them go a much longer way. Plus, you get 8 of them rather than 3. We do now have the factory now being brought in. That does make sense. Factories are quite nice for economic reasons. Now, I am biased towards heavy cannon, but in this case, heavy cannon not going to be useful. The French is aging up now, going for the cavalry marshal, which I think will give him some cuirassiers or some hussars. Maybe dragoons, but I don't believe so. If the French would have aged up to the what's called the mercenary contractor, he could have got some some mounted infantry. No, mounted riflemen. That's the mounted counter skirmisher, which could potentially comboed well with the dragoons. It is a ranged heavy cav, so it will, and of course, have good multipliers versus the skirmishers. Granted, it is a very expensive mercenary unit. Dragoons, of course, more being employed in the field. He does have one ship available. He is going for some fishing boats. There are 3 whale deposits at sea, as well as plenty of fish deposits. And seeing as a pretty late fish transition, he can go more heavy on the fishing boats. Being shipment of cuirassiers. It's a ×6 cuirassier shipment, which is pretty good. And that will be very effective against this composition. Going for mass cuirassier, maybe the best choice right now. He's fighting against skirmishers, Uhlans, which are unupgraded, and horse artillery. He does not have the needle gun upgrade. He's bringing another factory, which is producing food. He's also producing winged hussars. He should also bring in some Royal Guard arquebuses as well. The Royal Guard arquebus may be a bit better than skirmish at the moment due to the fact that it is an age 4 unit rather than an age 3 unit. And we do now have the Prussian needle guns, the Royal Guard variant of the German skirmisher. We have now 9 cuirassiers. 9 cuirassiers here with 10 or 20 dragoons. That's a pretty heavy cavalry force. Cuirassiers charging way forward. He has a round of winged hussars, which is another heavy cav. Heavy cav overall right now is just not super useful. At least for the German. Take out the horse artillery. And now he's falling back. Not many too many all the cuirassiers are now down. Dragoons have to be a little bit careful. He's fighting against a skirmisher. I'm assuming he has not upgraded his cuirassiers just yet. He has not upgraded his veteran dragoons just yet either. Factories are both deployed in the field. He doesn't really have any capabilities to force them down. Dragoons have 10 siege damage. Now we do have some war wagons. Village does go down there. His explorers here. Let's take out more villagers there now. French has 46. The German player only has 28. He has not been keeping up with villager production compared to the French. I think he just used, was a sharpshooter or crack shot? I always forget which they have access to. But when the wagons go down to the explorer.
geht mir besser.
More winged hussars, more skirmishers. Got another war wagon being put on the field. That was getting more skirmishers there at the last moment. French players bring in the villagers. He has a ×10 villager and age 4 card, which probably does provide him more value than a factory. But right now, he could really use the factory just to get out heavy cannon. He's fighting against a large number of skirmishers. He needs some artillery. Here comes Cuirassiers. There's a 1 war wagon here, which will cause some issues. Dragons are hitting the war wagon now. Cuirassiers will do fine against war wagons as well, as long as they get into melee. Cuirassiers getting some good damage here. Got a round of Ulans on the field. Now that's another round of war wagons. He does leave his Cuirassiers there, so he has dragoons. What remains of them fall back. Order of Vaz is still not available. Now we got 9 more Cuirassiers. That's a lot of heavy cav. Has he gotten... No, he's not gotten cavalry combat. And he really needs to get the guard upgrade in those Cuirassiers. Because right now he's fighting against guard units, and he is not. The amount of fish are being collected on up. Right now the German player's been quite defensive. The French player's been quite aggressive. French player's not successful with his offense, but his economy is skyrocketing. He has effectively twice the amount of villagers. Of course, he still has some trading posts on the field. More skirmishers, another war wagons on the way. One shipment available for the Germans. He's going for his Ulans, a ×9 Ulan. I don't think he has the guard Ulan up. Or he does have veteran Ulan, no guard Ulans just yet. Has some fishing technology. We do have the going factory upgrade. Like decent amount of Cuirassiers here, but that's simply not enough. He has decent amount of dragoons to support them. More dragoons being deployed on the field. We do now have the guard dragoons research, and the factory's now going on up as well. French villagers could get hit here. Villagers going down. French players rotating around. The German players finally launching attack. The church is being set ablaze. Because he has not gotten the edicts and nanites. That quick goes on down there. Does find some war wagons here. Very nice. Two of our war wagons go down. The explorer does go down. Dragoons get a good volume on the Ulans. Of course, he does have now guard or dragoons. Let's find some of these villagers here. These units trying to run away. All of them crosshairs. You may lose some of them. There's the skirmishers. The dragoons gonna be caught in a really bad spot. They're already get hit by those skirmishers. Good marker there by blue. Wing hussars being engaged by the cuirassiers. Cuirassiers still being engaged by this heavy cav. Of course, our hand attack does have a slight bit of AoE. All the cuirassiers go down. Now we got some upgrades here. Cavalry cuirass. Now we got the guard cuirassier upgrade. Does take out the war wagon there. I think that was the crack shot or sharpshooter. Do now have a factory wagon. He definitely needs the heavy cannons. These are all dragoons up here in the explorer. Got a outpost trying to be built here. Does get gunned down. She does utilize her ability there. More cuirassiers on the build queue. Now it's going for the ranged cavalry cavalcade as well as the cuirass for the cuirassier. Mills now going on up. Right now the French economy is at 76 versus 46. The French economy is still much better. It looks like he's tasked of fishing boats onto Wales. Now I got the Town Watch upgrade. We may go for that upgrade we're not going to talk about as well. Yep, he's going for that technology we're not going to talk about. Looks like it's gunned down there. Now I got another cuirassiers here. They do have less damage to the wing hussar, but a lot more AoE. Their health is higher. He's not gotten the cavalry combat just yet. Who's falling on back? Someone's just being hit there. Does get a good volley down on the winged hussars. As well as the Ulans. Now trying to get out some more fishing boats. More crossers in build queue. We've got wood being collected up by the factories for the German player. Cuirassiers finds opportunity to hit these skirmishers. War wagons trying to rotate around. Cuirassiers engaging, as well as the winged hussars. As the cuirassiers will go down. More war wagons in the field queue. While there's more cuirassiers over here for the French. Okay, so now shipping around with skirmishers. It's probably times 14. Up north, got the war wagons being engaged by these various forces. It will be cleaned on up.
Votre ordre? Oui.
Got right now 9 guard dragoons. We've got 19 other cuirassiers. Alright, push way forward. Just going for a straight heavy cab to counter the skirmishers. War wagons still in good numbers here, though. They are guard war wagons as well. Skirmishers going to get overran. It may be going to use a trample formation. And these war wagons getting hit. They do have 20% melee resist. But the war wagons overall getting overran. They do have getting splashed down a little bit as well. Now got the Black Riders shipped on in, a mercenary light cavalry. Got the skirmishers, veteran skirmishers, the militia, and the cuirassiers pushing forward. Dragons not making their way forward. We've got another round. The skirmishers not pushing forward, engaging the militiamen. Militiamen available for the French. Wing Hussars engaging the arsenal, so that should go down. Winged Hussars do have 40 siege damage, which is a decent amount of siege damage. But they will be gunned down by the Dragoons. For the French player, we do have a decent number of cuirassiers and Dragoons, and as well as still the handful of skirmishers. With more cuirassiers now going for the Voltigeurs, which are the Royal Guard variant of the skirmisher, if I remember correctly. Who right now has a mass amount of cavalry. Probably thanks to his larger economy is why he's doing so well. We'll take out the Explorer very quickly there. Toulon's going to go on down there. Some of these Black Riders are going to go on down. Grassy is going straight for the skirmishers. Dragoons pushing forward, trying to take out some of these other units. Looks like all the cuirassiers will go down. Voltigeurs pushing way forward. They offer 24 damage, 20 range, and 192 health versus 192 health, 22 damage, 20 range, and slightly faster attack speed. So these guys offer more damage, while these guys offer higher attack speed. I think the higher attack speed is a little bit better. Jaeger's now being employed in the field.
Es geht mir besser.
More winged hussars being queued on up. He has gone for 2 of these research. This will give him delivers 5 winged hussars and add in extra range to his alliance charge attack, and also adds in a little bit extra AoE damage for his charge attack. And boy, is that expensive. Let's see, that costs us 2,500 resources. These guys usually cost 300. So 5 times 3 is 1,500. That's pay basically 1,000 resources for a slight benefit in the extra charge ability. Order files are not activated. Also improve the factory collection rate, right? Yep, up to 8.25. It does not last all too long now, does it? It has now subsided. Which is we get inside the outpost there. Brassier's now engaging the needle gunners. There's also good number of Jaegers. More wagons are holding the line, trying to get all these units. The Brassiers are just breaking through. Also got a number of the Voltigers on the back line, which help engage these war wagons. Needle gunners do manage to fall back a little bit while Crassiers come for a flank, and now there's the Wheaten Hussars pushing forward. Looks like Red does hold off the assault, but he did take some losses. More skirmishers, more winged hussars, more war wagons for the German. The French players eyeing for more cuirassiers. It has a decent amount of wood and food. He has also researched or allied himself with the House of Oldenburg. And with Royal Huntsman as well as the Royal Hunter wouldn't be half bad because it will give him some counter skirmishers. Plus, this also can help give some other buildings some gold trickle. The skirmisher units, especially Royal Huntsman, inflict slightly more damage to other skirmishers. This also give all of his Voltigers extra damage against the light infantry, which could be very useful. That could be very useful either player. You know, it'll be just 10%. It does help out. Now the French player has shipped in some heavy cannon.
Oui.
Now I got the Monder deployed to the field. He's going to just try to destroy. Can it get in range of the factories? The long range attack may be in range of the factories. It will do 200 times 10, so 2,000 damage per shot. Factories have what? 5,500 health? Just 5,000 health, so take 3 shots. And now we've got the Code Napoleon and some middle guard being put on the field. So gotta get out his unique grenadiers. Heavy cannons to annihilate those needle guns. The grenadiers won't be effective versus these various cavalry units, but may just give them some extra mass. Middle guard now research. Here comes the middle guard. They of course have 50% range resist, 60% less damage versus cavalry. We got these war wagons pushing forward, drawing quite a bit of fire. More grenades for him. Do pathetically bad splash damage, honestly. Lisa has been fighting against a number of the Voltigers, which are of course, a skirmisher unit. He's not going to hold guard because of plus 10% resistance from all types of damage. All those. And Red's now flying back, has decent amount of winged hussars and skirmishers on the build queue. It looks like Red does back out of the game. I think it's the Monder. Nope, he just backs out of the game. His angry saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay.